The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to TechGeek webinar series, our endeavor to empower techies. We believe that sharing of knowledge is key to enhance our skills and grow us as a professionals. With this principle in mind, we have initiated a series of webinars conducted by industry experts to give you all a crisp insights of various domains. The topic of today's session is Intel tool to maximize your Android app performance, and our guest speaker for today's session is Mr. Ghanshyam. He is Head Technology and Ecosystem Enablement. Ghanshyam had the Technology Enablement business for BI Head Private Limited. In this capacity, he is responsible for helping clients to realize the true potential of the technologies that run their businesses. He has over 10 years of experience spanning a variety of areas, including technology evangelism, audience marketing, project management, and hardcore project development. On being a passionate technology enthusiast, Ghanshyam is always looking for the ways to engage with the IT ecosystem to come up with a solution for challenges that we face on a day-to-day basis. A designated Intel software innovator, he has proven his skill at mentoring and showcasing innovative solutions to fellow developers. So without any further delay, I introduce you all to our guest speaker. Over to you, Ghanshyam. Ghanshyam, we can see your presentation. Ghanshyam, please check your audio system. Your voice is not coming. Please unmute yourself, Ghanshyam.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, Ghanshyam.
Oh, okay, thank you. So good afternoon all. Welcome to today's webinar. Today I will be talking about the various tools from Intel which will help you maximize your Android application performances. Without any difficulty, get started. So these are the different tools I will be talking today. It's Haxum, the Threading Building Blocks or TBB, Intel Graphics Performance Analyzers, Intel's Integrated Performance Primitives, Intel XDK, and INDE or INDE. So one of the for any Android developer always has been the emulator. So emulators are very slow. They are very slow in terms of responsiveness, and also it takes a long time for you to start the emulator. So most of the time, like I have heard developers telling that the moment they start the emulator, they can go have a coffee and come back and still the emulator will be loading. So to overcome that, Intel has come up with something called Intel Haxum or Hardware Accelerated Execution Manager. What this particular tool or what this particular application does, if your system is an Intel-based PC which supports VT, the virtualization technology, you can install this tool and it ensures that your Android image or the Android emulator faster. You can install this tool from downloading from the Intel website, or you can install this from the Android SDK manager. So you need to, the last option in the extras is the Intel Hardware Accelerated Execution Manager. So you need to install it. At the same time, you need to also install a system image. So for the version of Android you are looking for or you are developing, you need to download and install the system image. Let me show you an example, or let me show you the sample of how faster the execution is with the Intel Haxum and the default Android emulator. So first, I will show you the tools installed. So on this machine, I have installed the Intel image for Android 4.2.2. And under the extras, you can see that the last option, Intel x86 emulator accelerator, is installed. So these are the two components which you need to install from your Android SDK manager. Next, I am going to start both Android, the default emulator image and the Intel emulator image. So first, I will start the default emulator image. And at the same time, I'll start the Intel emulator image. So I have both the windows coming up. So you can see that the Intel image has already loaded. So the right side is the Intel emulator image. You see that the Intel image is already loaded, whereas Android is the default emulator is still booting. So let me continue with the other tools. So this HackSim is available for Windows and Mac users. And for Linux users, the Intel virtualization technology is supported by something called QEMU KVM. So for Linux, it's the QEMU KVM which does the accelerated emulators instead of the HackSim technology. Next, I will be talking about Intel threading building blocks, or Intel TBB. Intel TBB is a set of APIs, is a set of platforms which is provided by Intel, which helps you to execute, or which helps you to ensure that some of the key processes runs faster. So what it does is it basically breaks down your application, or break down your you need not specify the threads in your application. Instead, you need to specify the tasks in your application. The TBB in turn takes these tasks and assigns the threads to them. So it logically maps your tasks into threads by supporting parallelism. The advantages of it is supported on all the platforms, that is Linux, Windows, Mac OS, and recently it's supporting Android as well. So you can write code for one, and you can be rest assured that this works across other platforms. So it's a C++ template library. So using this library, you write code for one platform, and you can be assured that the same code without any change works across the other platforms also. The other advantage is it will future-proof your application. So future-proof